We are Anita and Preben, and we are living in Denmark in the countryside with our German Shepherd, Holly. We are raising our own chickens, ducks and geese, and we are also butchering them and making a lot of yummy foods. We try to grow as much as possible of fruits and veggies, and we are preserving it in different ways. I also like to bake and make other yummy stuff, and most of it is keto. Welcome to our channel. Hi and welcome back. Today we are going to make these keto buns, and I hope that they will taste good. We are starting out with using some wheat gluten, and in pure wheat gluten there will be no carbs because gluten is purely protein. And this is some oat fibers. I will link the recipe down in the description notes. It is from Facebook, so you can just push the link and go in and see how much of each ingredient you're going to use. I'm also using some of these enzymes. They will only work with gluten. So in normal keto baking where you don't use gluten, this will not work. I'm also using a tiny bit of xanthan gum and some salt, and then we are going to mix it all together. And I'm using this fresh yeast. You could probably also just use some dry yeast. And I'm pouring in some nice warm water and giving this just a little mix to incorporate the yeast and the water. And then I'm going to put in a little splash of honey, and the yeast will eat this honey, so the carbs from the honey won't count in the buns when they're finished. And now I'm putting in some quark. You could also substitute this for some Greek yogurt or some creme fraiche or something like that. Just some kind of yogurt. And then I'm also mixing this in, and then I'm going to put in all of the dry ingredients. And in the recipe it says that you have to knead it for at least 15 minutes, which is really hard, so this is why I'm using my mixer. But because it's such a small portion, the mixer cannot really get the dough kneaded the way I want it to. So I have to take it out on my table and knead it by hand. But about every 5 minutes I had to take a break because it was such a tough dough to knead. So I only ended up kneading it for about 10 minutes, maybe a little longer than that. And when I'm finished with that, I'm going to cut out into smaller pieces. I think the recipe said 12 pieces, and I'm weighing every piece because I want it to be approximately the same size for each bun. And then I'm just dividing it up and laying them on a baking sheet, and afterwards I'm going to form them into more bun-like shape, but it's a little hard because of all of the gluten, so they're really tough and they won't shape as well as a normal bread dough would have. And I'm using a wet tea towel to put on top to let them rest and proof underneath. And according to the recipe, they would have been proving to double size, but mine didn't. And I don't know if I did anything wrong or it was the temperature or whatever, but now I'm just trying to bake them, and I poured in some water into the bottom of the oven to create some steam. And as you can see, it worked out. And now I'm just trying to get them out again and see how they look. And they look kind of buns, but yeah, as I said, they haven't really proved any significantly. So I'm going to try to taste them now that they have cooled off, and then we will see. And they look really nice on the inside. There are small air bubbles, but now we will see how they taste. And the first time I'm making something, I want it to taste pretty neutral, so I won't put anything on top of the buns except for some butter. And then we will see. Yeah. They taste a lot of the yeast still, so I think maybe that's because they haven't proven so much, so that's why we can still taste the yeast. And now I'm going to try it with some tuna mousse. I made this the other day as well, and there will be a video linked in the corner if it's out, and else it will be out in really soon. So I'm trying to put some of this on the buns and see how that tastes. And I'm also going to put some of my homemade relish on top, and it has a sweet and sour taste, so it's not a really strong taste, but it's really yummy with this tuna mousse. And then we will see if this is any better, if it can camouflage the taste of the yeast. It's actually pretty good like this. You cannot taste the yeast as much as if you just ate the bun as it was. So that's okay, but next time we will try again and see if it's better. And thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and go and follow us on Instagram at Vestas Farm Life. Bye bye!